Hello, and welcome back to Treacle Stew. We have two rooms that we stepped into previously, and one of them is a scarier color, so let's check that one out first. Alright, this looks vaguely familiar to something that I've done already, but I can't quite place it. Maybe the scroll will tell me. Also, we're under a time limit. We almost certainly don't want to be entering from this entrance. A cleanup and specific placement room that used to be in level 75.5, once south, twice east. This was eventually reworked into level 12.5, twice south, twice east, a shorter and more forgiving version. This room is much more strict, and so is unrequired. Okay, so is this the... Once south, twice east. Yeah. Yeah, okay. So Chaco did comment on my video when I did this one, saying that he thought this was the hardest room on the level. Maybe I just happened to have a solution that worked really well for it, because it didn't give me that much trouble. But a harder version of what he thinks was the hardest room on the level. Oh. Okay, well I see that, so... Yeah, that's bad. But if I wait a turn there, he can't see me. She, I guess, can't see the hidden bee throw. So we have our shallow water power token, which lets us hit this. Alright, so what this mechanism says is that we can shut that off at any time. Is there any reason we wouldn't want power token active? It would let bee throw bump this whenever you wanted. Also, this can be deactivated. Interesting. Wait. What's the issue here? Like I see what's going on with this mechanism. We have to clear... No, we have to keep every single one of these held down. Okay. But then with these red doors, in order to get out, we are going to need to be able to traverse this. So essentially what we need is we need a 2x2 blob on every one of these with a path going through each of them. Okay, so this is just very demanding gel growth. I can see why this would be considered hard. Well, I'm not even going to think about trying to optimize this, so I'm just going to stay from this entrance. Speed potion might be useful. Alright, so... Also we've hit this, which we might not have wanted to. Because we want this to grow. Now, it makes sense to start at this end and work backwards, because we can always cut it off so that it's not growing. However, we need to clear these, which means we need this to grow here and here. Okay, well. We need that to be connected. If we cut this, it will no longer be connected. Pretty sure. We can just check that real quick. Yeah. Okay. So then the question is, how much do we want the rest of this to grow while we're dealing with the top? I don't think it matters ultimately. Like, it matters for efficiency, but if I'm just cutting stuff. Yeah. Also, this would be way more efficient without the speed potion if you're going for a high score. So we're going to stand here. We're going to get a horrendous amount of growth. But that's going to let us cut that the way we wanted. I guess I could have just run in there. I had a speed potion. And then we basically want to just clear everything. actually... No, I'm not dead. I have a speed potion. Okay, so we're gonna have this grow again, but we want to... cut this down as much as possible in the meantime. So we'll just switch. This is just to prevent us having to do a bunch of cutting later. That's actually fine, funnily enough. Okay. Can I do another cut? I cannot. Can here, though. Nope. And yeah, okay, I think I'm basically done the cutting. There we go. So that's the 2x2 blob that we need there. Hold on. Now we could have done something about that. I guess this is the trick. Or the hard part. Is managing growth. That's fine. If this grows here, it'll be cuttable. Okay, I think this is just going to be a long process. I'm waiting for it to actually get to a point where it's going to be an issue. We want this to grow. We don't want it to grow here. So this is probably a good spot to stand. Sure. Yeah, that didn't turn out super nice. But okay, we definitely want to do that. Which means that we want, when it grows into here, we're going to want it to grow there as well, so that we can make another cut. But let's just trim this back a little bit more first before we start doing that. That's fine, it's not ideal, but we can live with it. Okay. So another thing I could be doing here is using gel babies to stop the growth. We're going to need this to grow twice. Let's see what this does. Let's not do that yet, so I guess all of that's growing. The way I have this set up, that's a little bit awkward. I guess I don't have to cut that right away. Yeah, it's probably better to do that. But then, when it grows... Well, it growing up is fine. Having this happen again is... whatever. If we do that, then it won't grow, actually. That's... Yes, it will. It'll grow here and here, which lets me cut there, which is perfect. Okay, yeah, that is what I wanted. So that lets me prevent the growth on that side while I'm doing stuff down here. As long as I don't go over too far. Whatever. We'll just clean that up later. We actually wanted to block that. That looks good. Now we've got the same problem here. Could I have prevented that on the previous cycle? No, it was already there. Okay, well. That's fine. How did that happen? I made a silly cut, that's what happened. There we go. That's what I did last time. Okay. Good. So now we need this one to grow. I need here. If I do that, that's perfect. It'll grow here. It's the same as last time. We cut that and it'll be fine. So now we want to chip away at this down here. Which is a little bit awkward. And then we've broken it. Which is, you know what? Let's just have it grow. It's fine. Am I standing in the right spot? I think I was. Yeah, looks good. That's an issue though, again. An issue that's easily fixed. We're just gonna do it slowly. Like that. That'll do it. And there we go. Good. Okay. And this is still nicely cuttable. So for here, we want that to grow, but we don't want anything else to grow. So let's... there we go. Now I could cut out some of this. I don't think I want to. Did I want to? I probably wanted to keep a gel baby alive. Yeah, because we're going to want one here. Which is fortunately really easy to set up. We need to cut this, actually. I'm thinking about this wrong. Okay. Wrong side. This is the side we need to cut. Which I guess means we probably just want to cut it now. And then have it grow. That's probably easier than trying to grow out that thing later. Right. So from here then... We do that. We have this grow here, but we don't want anything growing at all because that's actually a pretty good cut. So we want this entire top part capped, but we want it to grow the other side. Okay. That's good. So from here, it will grow here, is what we want, and then we're going to be able to cut here. Okay. Looks good. Actually, that's pretty good, isn't it? Yeah, okay. 1,000 moves, oh boy. I mean, maybe I just have a different definition of hard. Because to me, that was a pretty easy room. It was just... You know, there was work involved. It was time intensive. But I understand. I'm going to optimize that one move. Yep. But we got through. Alright, not bad at all. Yeah, I think the trick to optimizing that one is to not use a speed potion, because then when you're waiting for gel growth, you're going to have half as many wait turns. Alright, here's the other room that we looked at. A candidate for level 2, 1 south, among others that didn't make the cut here. Probably too simple for the main hold. I couldn't figure out any way to make this tougher without making it overly complicated, but I suppose it's still interesting. Alright, so level 2, 1 south. Ah. Yeah, this was, using the broken walls, I think, was a much more interesting way of keeping, you know, getting around gel babies and keeping them alive, assuming that... Well, I don't even know what the current room is, I should say. This was a good room. I liked the way that this was set up. But if we... Look at this. Is this doing the same sort of thing? That's interesting. That's probably for the room to the south. If I hit this... Okay, so what I'm actually doing here is I'm maneuvering the gel babies into positions where they won't kill me immediately as soon as I hit this. Is it possible? Well, okay, you are impossible to get hung up on anything. You can get hung up down here. So just kind of looking at this. If I hit this, what's the minimum amount of work I have to do? I hit this, they move immediately. I guess... Oh no, I get you hung up here. Okay, that's, yeah. I was looking at this. I don't think it's actually possible to survive if I have a single gel baby coming out. Alright, well... I'm gonna do you... I guess I'll do you now, but... I assume I want to do you at the end, because you two are super easy to get into position. So presumably less work involved. I guess there's an ordering. So I hit this, and you're sealed, and then what? Oh, I see. I actually don't want to do that. This is the opposite of what I want to do. Alright, so I could put 2 of you here, but I'm going to need you all the way back here. Okay, let's just start over and get you guys all the way up here. Okay, and I don't think I need to be in that side of the room ever again, so you two are probably dealt with. Although you could move a little bit when I'm up here, I suppose. 3 here, 1, 2, 3, it has to be. Alright, well, let's start on this side. Yeah, I guess we'll get all of you up there. There we go. Before we do this, doing that first makes a certain degree of sense. Yeah, because now you're both stuck where you need to be. Way to turn, you're stuck where you need to be. And you can be put into position without affecting either of you. You can be put into position, I think, without affecting either of... maybe a little bit tricky because you're gonna be a problem. Okay, so this is the tricky part. Well, I think the better way to do that is just to put you up here to begin with. That's going to be a lot easier. Yeah. Yeah, because that's all I need. Whoops, let's not go that far out. So it was just an ordering problem, figuring out what order I needed them in. I needed you to be higher. Did I wait here? Sure did. Let's not. Probably needed you to be even higher. Okay, we'll park you all the way at the top here. Do I want to run through, around, and through again? 1, 2, 3? I mean, I think there's enough movement to allow that. Yeah, because I'll be... In fact, I have extra movement. I can even... Wait, one extra there. Okay. And nobody's stuck. Now let's just make sure you're off that door so that you don't cause me trouble. And you guys... Yeah, I'd say this room was, it did a thing, but it wasn't terribly interesting. So I can agree with just kind of leaving it off for post-mastery, I guess. Like, it wasn't a bad room, it was just, you know, not much of a feeling about it one way or the other. Here we go. Tar and Tar and Mud Mothers, are those allowed? Maybe that's the issue here. Formerly 75th and a half, level 2 south, 1 east. This room is difficult and lengthy. Plan ahead and make sure what you are trying to do is possible before you try it. As such, it is unrequired for this level. That sweet reward is looking pretty easy to get to, all these unrequired rooms. Alright, 2 south, 1 east. Was that the, 2 south, 1 east. That wasn't the Ormite room, was it? Yeah. This was really cool. I think this was a really good use of scripting. I like this room a lot. This room... I guess it was this setup and this that somehow made me think it might be similar, but I don't know how. I have to get a multi-cut. Which means I have to grow gel all the way into here. Difficult and lengthy. Okay, I think I'm starting to see why. So, mud, I think, is just an obstacle. I don't have to care about the mud. In fact, I probably just want to clear all of the mud. I don't think keeping mud around is going to help me at all. Plus, I have you, so I can just not have stuff grow ever, if I want to. So I guess the one advantage mud could have is I could use it to block other stuff from growing. But what I actually need to do... Like, there's no tar stuff switch tokens in here, right? I'm just looking at this. I'm not seeing any way to get into this. Oh. Yeah, that's going to be a pain. Okay. I need to push a Tar Mother eye onto the coordinate corner so that I can stab the corner while the eye's on it. Yeah, that's going to be a little bit tedious. Still don't think I need mud for anything. I just need tar. And then for this... do I have to do the same thing with the Gel Mother? Because it's never going to grow in here. So I have to do a cut, but I want gel to be cuttable. Okay, so... really glad that this guy exists, because this is going to be a huge pain to do. I need... basically, I need them to be able to cross, which isn't a thing that tar stuff generally does. So how does this mechanism work? I go down here, I get a weapon, come out, or here, get a weapon and come out. Interesting. So I can switch weapons whenever I want, but I can't use this to traverse without dropping trapdoors. This is essentially the purpose of this. No red gate, the trapdoor is just a limit in terms of how many times I can go back and forth. Alright, so... I'm still not seeing any reason to leave the mud around. If I grow the gel down here, grow the tar up here... I guess one reason to leave the mud around is to not just charge across here to drop trapdoors in order to kill the mud. Well... I feel like... this is just going to make my job harder. Now, I could break these, but that's just going to have tar babies spawning continuously, and I don't want that. I would like to get across here and get rid of the Mud Mother. In fact, I'm going to have to, because otherwise it's going to grow and seal off the tar. So I think the mud's just an obstacle. So letting the gel grow is fine. I can deal with it later. However, I do have access to these right away. And that's a reason not to do that, I guess. Well, I'll just do it this way. Interestingly, hold on. No, that's not going to work. What am I thinking? It's like I'm in range, but no, I'm not invisible. I'm just... okay. I do have to... if I'm going to do that... there, we got the gel closer. This isn't really a concern. The fact that it's grown a little bit isn't a problem. So that gets me the gel closer. Do I want the pickaxe or the caber? I don't think I ever want the caber. Because I guess the caber gives me some ability to push along gel paths. We're just going to let that grow. In fact... do that. Okay, so I want to be in here. I guess it doesn't matter if I'm crossing the trapdoors anyway. I could just grab this sword, which will make life easier. So let's just do that. Right, so the tricky part here is how many times can I cross back and forth while I'm pushing this? Like, I'm thinking I might actually want to push the gel along the first trip across, which means I'm just cutting mud, so I guess I do want the pickaxe, actually. Alright. Didn't work. I guess I don't have to do that. So I'm going to have to deal with that eventually. That being the mud. And I guess eventually is actually right now. And I have to leave... Why am I not just going across? Like, I'm trying to be efficient about this, but if I'm going to have to go back and forth with the mud anyway, I think my initial instinct was right. I know it said to plan ahead. I'm not really doing that. I will leave enough space here that I can push something that's growing along, which means I'm going to need... Because I was thinking... That's the minimum that I need, I think, in order to get gel to grow through here. But if I do that, I can't push the gel. So we'll go one bigger than that. We'll hope that that's good enough. And that leaves us more space for the tar, which... I mean, gel's going to be harder than tar, isn't it? Okay, let's do that. Let's just get rid of the mud. Now, because I spent time moving the gel already, it's a little bit awkward. I think what I want to do here is cut this back. I don't know if that was a good cut to make. But that is one advantage of the caber, I suppose, is that I can get you off of the wall more easily. Right, because I can't do that push. Yeah. Still would have been totally doable without the caber if I had just done this a little bit differently, but... Alright, so the reason we're doing all of that is so that we can stop the tar from growing. And I did mention earlier that that would be one use of the mud. But if I put the gel baby like that, Now I have to cross again. And now... I guess I can't get my weapon. I could have had a different weapon coming in here. Oh well, we'll get the weapon after the first cycle. There we go, we have a pickaxe. That's probably fine. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Good. Could do a nicer shape. Is it nicer? Kind of. Could do that. And trying to do this with a pickaxe is going to be a little bit of a pain. I want to do that. Okay, so if I keep doing that set of moves, can I keep doing that set of moves? I got further. I don't feel good about it, because this is going to kill me. Because now when I do that... Okay, interesting. So what that tells me is that I actually wanted to cut out this line earlier. I wonder if I still can, or if I've cut off too much space. I mean, I can do that. No, I can't. Yeah, okay, let's just undo. I think this will be slightly easier if I do this. Could do that. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So we got a little bit of gel in awkward spots. Hold on. In very awkward spots. How did this go wrong? That's better. Let's see if this works the way I'm thinking it will. Answer is no. Because I can't cut it anymore. The advantage to this setup was that it was going to prevent the gel from growing in a way that was annoying, but because it's not growing, now I have an issue where this won't be cuttable. So what kind of a shape am I looking for here? I would like... Ideally, I would like you to be able to grow like this. So I think the way I had it before... that was a little bit more than I wanted to restore. I never hit that. Okay. It's fine. Yeah, I think this was maybe okay. Well, we'll give it a go. Oh, that's kind of silly. It's not what I meant to do. Actually, that might be really bad because... now we're letting the tar grow. So let's just not do that. Okay, that is going to do something sort of awkward. So with this path, I could do that. So I will. That gives me a good shape to cut. Like, this is good up until this point. The problem here is that certain moves get awkward. Yeah, and I don't want to do that because now I have to wait in order to do that. So if I back up this way, come down here, I can kill all these. Let's look at this push. And then I guess I have to do the same thing, but reversed. The problem with this is that without this tile, I can't push you. And I've dropped everything else. So I guess if I leave that tile, it's not gonna work. It still doesn't work because I need another tile that gets to it. Okay, well... and I could do this, but that's just going to kill me. It's also not going to do what I wanted it to. Yeah, no, because I need to cut this. Okay, so if we do that, I don't want to wait here. And I have to let it grow here, otherwise I can't cut. Alright, so this is kind of what I'm stuck with here. Now, the only way I can ever get there was it possible to leave the previous cycle? We kind of had the same issue here, because I could... If this was cleared, I'd be able to do this. Interesting. Oh, that's awkward. Is there a time I could have done that? I mean, I could do that, which is a different set of issues. Which still doesn't let me get through there. Let's just do it this way. What am I trying to do? Something like that. Of course, this is now not going to work because I can't do it. Yeah, okay, I can see why this is an annoying room. Well, I can do that. Let's just move you down. Okay, when we do this, let's get two of you. Oh, that's fine, we can just do this. Ah, that's an ugly shape. Could I have used a tar baby earlier? I mean, yes. I can use tar babies whenever I want. So if I do that... That's a nice shape. Okay, so we managed to get the thing that I wanted. So from here... what? Okay. From here I have some choices. So if I do that... and then that. I can still back off without destroying more. get rid of you. Problem is, I need this tile now. And I don't have a way to back off. So did this even accomplish what I wanted it to? I have to move. That's the only push I can do with this setup. I could push from either of those spots. I could still back up. Okay, that's not going to work, because if I do that and let it grow, that's cuttable, but I have to kill it to cut it. Okay, well maybe I don't want it there. Okay, still doable. Looks like I can do that. And we're getting really close here. I could... At this point, I think I could scoop it with the caber. Suddenly the caber is starting to look pretty good. So, could I push it one more without doing anything here? I don't think I can, honestly. I'm just hoping that I left enough space for the tar. I think for the tar, what we're going to want to do is we're just going to want to let it grow through here, and then we're going to do all of the pushing as we go. So... Well... I was thinking I could push it here, but I need that to stay clear. Okay, let's just try doing this with better tools than a pickaxe. If the tar grows, it's fine. Okay. I can't get the gel out. Okay, that's a problem. I dropped too much. Okay, I'm no longer happy with this tar being here. It's gonna have to go. Boy, cutting tar with a pickaxe, my favorite activity. Okay, so we can stop it from growing on that tile if we want to. I'm looking at this. I don't think there's enough to get in here. Okay, what about if we go over the top instead of underneath? Well, it doesn't grow if I do that. If I do that... From this position... That's nothing good. Okay, maybe running for it was not the good play. We can prevent it from growing, which is probably going to make this a lot easier. So now if I do this... Aside from the fact that I'll be trapped in there. Right, because I was thinking I can do that and push it. So I needed it to be a little bit further, is what I'm learning here. Okay, what if... we have a cutting weapon. The awkward pickaxe stance. There we go. We use the cutting weapon to get ourselves a baby. And from here, we now have a free baby. And we use it to control the growth. That worked. However, we still need one more growth, and we're going to be trapped. I'm seeing that I could go around. I'm wondering if I had to leave this up and drop that instead. I hope not. But if I did that, I'd be able to get the gel out. Then there's the question of whether I'd be able to get tar through that, maybe? Like, this whole thing is running with the expectation that tar is going to be relatively easy. Although I will be using a pickaxe again, which is going to limit my abilities. But cutting tar with a pickaxe is way better than cutting gel with a pickaxe. Especially on trapdoors. So I think it would still be doable. Unfortunately, I actually kind of have stuff to do right now, so I actually don't think I have time to finish this. So I guess we'll resume this next time. I will see you then.